Hello there, welcome back to Channel 2 Echo Arena VRML. My name is Psychaotic. With me in the booth, I've got the one and only Glean. We know, that's who you're here for, and that's okay. But tonight we've got an awesome matchup to start us off. It'll be Oceans versus Redshift, the first of two master matches that we have tonight, and then we've got a solid platinum match coming at you later in the evening. But enough of me blabbering. Glean, are you excited?
Yeah, absolutely. These two teams have been going at it. Redshift a little bit higher ranked than Oceans so far in the cycle, and we are coming down to the very ends of the cycle as the teams are lining up in the tubes and ready to joust. But we're following a double header for Oceans here tonight, so excited to see how they will play, especially since we'll be following both games. But certainly Redshift strong as the Law is walking it up here for Oceans. Has the cross pass immediately to Mozzie. What a save by Steel! Oh my god, immediately getting the grab on that. Now set back to Mozzie Mad for Mozzie, but Steel again with an incredible save. Oh my, he's already off to an incredible start here.
Absolutely, but his work is not done yet as Oceans will crash into the bubble one more time, and this time they will not be denied. The Law over to Mozzie, gonna put it away for the first 2 points of this round. Oceans is on the board, and it'll be Redshift looking to answer back. Plenty of time, but never feels good when the other team scores that quickly against you. So we'll see if that impacts how they come out here. It'll be still Skydiver QBing over to Zux immediately. Zux up the field to Caesar. He doesn't have the lane, so he's going to have to juke out that oncoming stack before sending it back to Zux. Zux is going to get a beautiful duck under that stack, do some pump fakes on the floor. Just looking for some options. Find Caesar, and Caesar is primed and ready to go right there behind goal. He's going to put that away, and just like that, Redshift on the board tied it 2.
Yeah, an immediate response after a great defensive stop earlier, although they did get scored on eventually. But right now, both offenses looking like they're clicking pretty well, even when Oceans wasn't able to score the first time. Had the bounce back, had the rebounds, got the resets off. It's now Mozzie controlling on the ceiling, sending it over to Mad. But these teams very evenly matched, it seems so far, as walking this one up. Mad's now sending it across here. Gonna send it back on a reset, so just cycling the disc around, has a man deep in the bubble, the law top. No, steal again, says no, get out of my house. And now Citizen sending this one on the clear.
Steal with the hands tonight and steal with the shot. He does it all over the field, in the goal, in the bubble. He's getting it done. And just like that, he's going to have 3 points to his name for Redshift, putting them on top 5-2. Apparently, Steele is the man to watch this evening. But we'll see and we'll watch how Oceans answers back here, down by 3 points. With about 8 minutes on the clock, Mozzie immediately going over to the Law over by the tunnel. The Law going to send this one all the way through up to Mad. Mad gonna walk this one forward before sending it up across to Mozzie. A beautiful pass, sending it to the area he expected him to be in. Mozzie gonna go back to the Law. The Law driving in. What's he gonna do? One more cut over to Chrome, just hanging on the rim, and they'll put that away for an easy 2 points.
Yeah, solid play there. You could see, I believe it was Zux that was even trying to shadow the pass, but didn't quite know where Chrome was, as he was on the lower side of that goal. Well placed and well put in. Dunk meta is very strong right now, as many people have noted over the seasons and the weeks. My oh my, I was going to say the cycles actually. As now Caesar handling this on the ceiling after a couple of great relay passes, has the open shot. No, not quite. Mad jumping out of the goal, denies that one. Now Citizen over to Zux. Zux now going to take that one and put it in the pocket. So back up by 3 is Redshift.
What a save there by Mad. I mean, ultimately Redshift putting it in, but I just want to shout out Mad for a second. Caesar turned his head like he was going to look for the cut, but Mad saw right through that, jumping out of the goal at the perfect time to shut it down. But Redshift, in the end, going to come away with the points. Mozzie sending that to the close tunnel over to the Law. The Law looking to get that one sent through, but it's intercepted by Zux over to Citizen. Citizen going to dump this one into the Ocean's bubble, bouncing high up into the hands of Citizen, who goes for the bounce shot. No good, but Caesar is... Oh, Caesar is there to clean that one up. I couldn't tell if that was through the hands or caught on the opposite side of the goal, but regardless, points are points, and that's another 2 of them for Redshift.
5 points ahead. Redshift looking strong here. They're absolutely capitalizing on their opportunities. They're getting up and down the field very, very quickly. You can see these fast break opportunities are coming up huge for them. And that's really the point differential right now. Is a great take there from Citizen, but even greater take by Chrome. Gets the disc here for Oceans. Now back actually into the hands of Redshift. Now to Mozzie. So it's bouncing back and forth multiple times here. Law just going to drive this one. Has the cross. The Mad finishes quite easily on that. Just back to that 3-point differential.
Seeing that Oceans is finding a lot of success with those really, really close cuts. Really right up against the goal at the last possible second. So, I mean, I guess it's working for them. If they keep that up, then certainly they can come back in this game. Redshift up by 3, gonna have the QB. Steel Skydiver looking for Zux in the tunnel, but it's gonna hit the lip instead, bouncing into the hands of an Oceans player who sends that up. Oh my goodness, this could be a one-on-one. No, Steel reading that, coming out of the goal, picking that one up and sending it deep into the Oceans side. It could be Caesar there first with the open lane. No, the team will get home. Caesar gets shut down there on the floor, juking around, looking for an option. He's gonna be forced to reset to Steel. Steel going right back up to Zux, who's gonna drive in toward the bubble, looking for one more cut. No, a little low for Caesar. It'll be in the hands of Mad and cleared through.
It takes a couple awkward bounces, does find its way through eventually. The headbutt, actually, to try and recover. The Law does get his own headbutt, but immediately stunned here by Zux. So, gonna look for the clear, has the high mid option, goes through, bouncing loose. It does get picked up here by Steel with a 3. No, just a bit off. As the goalie was stunned, so there was an opportunity, but now Mozzie just going to easily take that one, flicks it across the way, has Mad there for the clear, another high mid option for this clear, just dumped all the way in. No stacks are coming through, so it's a very slow race for it. Now the stacks are coming through. Law controlling this one, trying to find the cut pass, has it right there. Mozzie secures another 2 here, so now just that 1-point differential. Ocean surging back into this one.
Another close cut there from Oceans. The Law drawing all of the pressure toward him, leaving the goal basically completely open for Mozzie once he got that pass across. Just beautiful work and communication there by Oceans. So now only up by 1. Here comes Redshift. What will they do? Up to Zux. Zux going up high to Citizen. And oh my goodness, they left the goal open. You can't do that. Citizen taking the 18-meter-a-second shot to get another 3 points on the board. And just like that, it's back up to a 2-score game.
I've loved that variation of the relay play that they do. I've seen it time and time again from them this season where they go to that closer inside down the middle stretch rather than stretching themselves out to the edges of the arena. It's worked very effectively just being able to get that cross pass across as it. You can see it works right there. And now Mad getting stunned out on this Ocean's rollout. So Citizen going to pick this one up and look for the long 3. It doesn't have the trajectory. It does. He hits that one. And now all of a sudden the lead has just exploded back to 7 points.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, 7-point game. That's a minimum of 3 goals, but there certainly is still time for Oceans to come back here with just under 3 minutes on the clock. I mean, they've got to get it going quickly, but they do have time. Mozzie gonna send this one to the close side tube up into the hands of the Law. The Law going down low to Mad. He does not have the open lane, so he'll cross it over to Chrome. Chrome going back to Mozzie. Mozzie driving in, getting the jump over to the Law. The Law back to Mozzie. Mozzie driving in, and that'll be good. There it is. 2 points for Oceans.
Do you see how much respect they're paying Steel? They have
real.
one man on him. They have one man on him at all times, trying to perma-stun him or at least keep him locked. Keep his hands right next to his face, that way he can't make those incredible saves like he was doing earlier this round. They're trying to make sure that they can guarantee these points. Now Citizen handling this one. Oh, big turnover there though. Chrome gets the read on that play, sends it up top to Mozzie. Mozzie looking for the drive, takes the shot, puts it in. Back down to that 3-point difference.
That was quick. It was just under 3 minutes that they were down by 7, and now they have cut this down to just 3 points. That is only 1 goal, though there is certainly time for 2-2s if they do choose to go that route. Say that 10 times fast, my goodness. But anyway, Redshift coming out of the tubes now with a 3-point lead to work with. Steel Skydiver. Oh my goodness, the pick from Chrome, but he can't put it in as that goes off the shield into the hands of Steel Skydiver. So they will keep the possession here. Steel now looking up high to Caesar. It will connect, but the clear will not. The Law picking that one up, sending it over to Chrome on the floor. Chrome going up high, looking for Mozzie. That'll be good. Mozzie forced to turn that around, sending it to Mad on the back line. Mad going back up now into the hands of the Law. The Law up to Mozzie, but that's a little disconnected. Bouncing up into the hands of Caesar, and Caesar will get this cleared.
Yeah, with that 3-point differential, they got to start connecting on these passes. That turns into a turnover. Back and forth the disc goes, eventually into the hands of Oceans here. Now that shot not going to be quite online as there was someone all the way back. Citizen receiving that one, sends it over to Zux. Zux now just going to walk this one up. Looks for perhaps a long 3. It will instead take the flat bounce. Steel was floating right there to clean that one up. And you can feel Device just closing in on Oceans here. The execution has got to be there if they want to take this round 1, or at least take us to an overtime here in this round 1.
Yeah, you could certainly feel the pressure on that back and forth there as well. I mean, how many times did it change hands in the span of 5 seconds before the Law eventually getting it dumped downfield? They really do. You're right. They have to start playing a little smarter and start connecting these passes as Mozzie is going to go across over to Chrome. Chrome up high, looking for that bounce to the Law. The Law maybe got to drive it himself, and he will find it. But that, I don't know. I don't think they're going to have a ton of time. It's very, very close, and it is only a 3. They're going to have about 2 seconds on the clock. So here comes the fastest backwards regrab of your life. Let's see if Oceans can pull it off or if Redshift is going to hold on to this lead.
All right, teams are out of the tunnels. It will be a pickup here from Steel. He just immediately gets rid of it, making sure that Oceans can't get to it. So well played there by Redshift, guaranteeing that they take this first round. Extremely close, though. I like the back and forth that we were seeing a lot from these two teams, where we saw Redshift surge ahead in a number of points, and then Oceans immediately bounces back, goes on a streak of their own to claw back within like 1 point, 2 points, and then Redshift back and forth. These teams just trading blows constantly in this first round.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I was almost expecting the self goal there at the end of that round.
Oh,
in the back
yeah.
of my head it was yeah, I was like maybe, but no, they didn't end up going that route. But as you said, really evenly matched teams here going back and forth. I would say right now though that the momentum is in favor of Oceans. We saw them take go down by a pretty large margin and then come back out of nowhere between that 2 to 3 minute mark. And though it's slowed down there a bit, I feel like we still saw them find their footing more concretely there at the end of that round, and we'll see a much more dominant performance from Oceans this round. Not saying for sure. I mean, certainly Redshift has been throwing up such a fight here, but that's my prediction going into this round.
I would almost say the opposite. I would almost say that Redshift has
Really?
the momentum. They've been connecting pretty well. Their defensive plays and offensive plays have been working very well. It seems almost like Oceans is a little bit more disconnected at the moment. If they can clean that up here coming into the second round, maybe it's a different story. But I would actually take the side of Redshift in this one and looking strong as now we are into round two with the teams jousting out of the tunnels. It will be Redshift to pick this one up immediately. Citizen juking his way back and forth around, doesn't manage to get, I believe, a pass off. It does bounce its way to Zux. So Redshift on their first offensive opportunity here. Zuck's going to take his time, sets up Citizen. Citizen with an easy two from behind the goal. So, in first quick response here on the side of Redshift.
Maybe right, maybe right. I'm open to being wrong, but we will see. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I feel like Oceans didn't have their footing there even as they got back into their own bubble. They didn't really set up in time before Redshift was already on them. But we'll see what they do here as Mozzie takes this one up to the ceiling, drawing in that pressure from Citizen before sending it up to the Law around midfield. The Law going down low, looking for Mad. That'll connect. Mad has a little bit of space here. Here comes the pressure. He's going to back this one out over to Mozzie on that back line. Mozzie gonna slow it down before sending it across over to Mad. Mad looking for one more cut over to Chrome, and there are those close cuts that I was talking about. That has been their bread and butter so far, and it seems that they're continuing that strategy here and now. 2 points on the board for Oceans.
Yeah, the two best ways to stop a goalie. Either get it directly through their hands or stun them out constantly. And when you're breaking into the bubble, breaking it through their hands constantly is just the best way you can do it. The dunk meta is in season for sure as Zux takes that pass off of what was very dangerous. Actually, it does get turned over here. The Law and Mozzie with that fast offensive stack or up in the front. Mozzie now just going to go back to the Law. A little bit of volleyball back and forth between the two. Sets up Chrome. Oh, my. Oh, disgusting. That I was speaking of volleyball, but that looked exactly like a volleyball set into just a massive spike there from Crow.
Steel has a family. You can't just kill him like that on air. That's
seriously.
My goodness. But anyway, Steel got Skydiver looking for redemption there. We'll send it over to Citizen. That'll connect up to Caesar on the cloud, juking around, down low to Zux. Zux driving in with the one-on-one, but no! He gets it around the goalie, but it's going to find the rim of the goal instead. Citizen back to Steel Skydiver, so Redshift will keep the possession here as Steel is going to walk this one forward a little bit before going down low to Caesar on the boot. Caesar juking around for space, sending it back to Steel Skydiver on the bow tie. And Steel is going to slow down before going up high to Citizen on the ceiling. He's driving down, and he's going to find it, despite there being 2 or 3 people in the goal. Citizen finding that gap and getting those points on the board. We are tied at 4 apiece.
At a disgusting angle, no less. He was nearly vertical with the goal. That is disgusting in the best way possible. As now Oceans, again, taking their offensive rollout here, going to send it to the Law. The Law going to forward this one down, but into the hands of Caesar. Caesar's going to just clear this one out. It's going to bounce up, actually past the defender, so loose disc scooped up here by Mozzie now and sent back through, and Stacks are trying to chase this one down. It will be Oceans there first with the Law scooping this one up quickly and just sending that one in to secure it too. So Oceans leading this in, I believe, the first time that we've seen this entire set, essentially.
They might have gotten the first 2 points of the first round. I don't remember, but either way, Maybe. It is one of the only times they've had this lead for sure. Definitely notable. But yeah, it will be Redshift looking to answer back, down by 2. That's going to go up to Zux. Zux over to Caesar on the cloud. He does not see the pressure coming in time from Mozzie as that squeaks around for just a second before being recovered by Oceans. Sent up to Chrome. Chrome sending this one in, but Citizen is home in time to shut it down. He's going to juke around on the wall, looking for those options before opting to send it up to Steel Skydiver on the wall. Steel gonna send this one through to no one in particular, bouncing into the bubble. It's going to be a race for the disc. Mozzie getting a piece of it, getting a hand on it firmly, actually, and opting to send this one through. No! Oh no! I don't know what just happened there, but it is Zux coming away with it. Zux gonna send this one back up. Mozzie again, and this time the clear will go through.
Yeah, now scooped up here by Mozzie, actually taking his own clear, going to invert and just make his way across. He's looking for that close cut. Here it is, Chrome. Oh, Steel, poor Steel. He jumped out to try and grab that one, but Chrome brings it back just far enough to then easily lay that one in.
Yeah, I mean, they have certainly found an effective way to score on Steel, and dare I say, like, the only effective way, because Steel has been shutting it down with everything else that they've been trying. As Steel, now the one going to QB for Redshift, doing some pump fakes, trying to fake out that stack, but the Ocean stack does not bite. They get it through as that bounces all the way into the Ocean's bubble and then out of the bubble before anyone gets a hand on it. Mozzie there first, a reset back to Mad, that connects. Mad going up to the Law, just some gentle soft passing to get it worked up the field, and just like that, as I say that, the Law gonna dump this one in, but Zux is home to pick that one up, and here comes the counter clear. That's not gonna go through, but it will be into the hands of Caesar. Caesar gonna send this one through, bouncing off the floor into the bubble. It's going to be nobody there first. Citizen picking this one up, driving, looking for the goal. No good as that bounces out into the hands of Mozzie, and here comes another clear.
All right, as now, yes, it is down the field. Actually, in the hands of here of Mozzie. Mozzie manages to get that one off. I thought he was stunned. As now Steel will scoop this one up and try and send it through. Picked off by Mozzie, though, in the midfield. Has 3-on-3. Sends it down to the Law. The Law on the backside. Great save. No. Picks back up on the Steel and sent back in. So, securing the 2 points, up by 6. Oceans feeling pretty dominant in this one so far.
Not to say I told you so. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
I'm joking. But it is Redshift with plenty of time on the clock to answer back. They are only down by 6. That's 3 2s or 2 3s, whatever they so choose. Caesar walking this one forward, looking for Citizen. That barely goes high above him into the hands of the Law. The Law gonna cross this one over to Mozzie on the floor before sending that one through. The Ocean stack, unfortunately for them, broke up. Doesn't matter. The Law's there first. The Law looking at the open goal. He's gonna put that one in. That's another 2 points for Oceans, and they're gonna extend this lead to 8.
Yeah, allow me to indulge in a bit of sidelining here before I forget my this idea or this thought process that I'm having. But the stack from the Law and Mozzie, that front stack has just been so much more consistent this round. It feels like the defensive pressure coming out from the two of them has been insane on Redshift, as well as getting up and down the field. They've been able to get so many points on the fast break opportunities because that stack is collecting, that stack is getting back and forth very quickly. We can see right here, Mozzie and the Law are already down the field. Mozzie with the duck sets up the Law, bringing it in, back to Mozzie. Oh, the stun! Zux! Oh, they went for a cheesy play and Zux shuts him down. Picked up here still by Oceans, Mad trying to find anything, but immediately swarmed by 2 players. Caesar going to clear this one out.
My goodness, what a play there. And the Law picking this one up, so it won't be over yet for Oceans as they'll keep the possession. Up to Mad, up on the boot. Mad gonna drive in from below, going for that bounce shot, and that will be good. Just above the goalie's head there. Excellent placement. And just like that, Oceans is up by 10. There's about 2 minutes left to go by the time this clock winds down, so there's still time for Redshift, but they have got to get something done quickly, get this moving, or at least shut down Oceans to take some momentum into the next round, as that'll be Steel going up to Zux. Zux looking to send that through, but Chrome is there to shut that down. Chrome over to the Mozzie. Mozzie gonna send this one in, no good, bouncing low into the hands of Caesar, and Caesar's looking for the clear.
Yeah, as now we are back down the arena. It looks picked up here by Mad. Mad's going to send this one through into that orange side, but Redshift trying to get there, can't quite. The Law with the long 3. Oh, just off the post instead. Actually, might still get it. No, Mozzie gets it, but stunned out and trying to get to it as anybody. As it's just back and forth, a little bit of panic going back and forth here. Chrome gets his pocket picked and stunned. Zux now just going to clear this one through and down.
Through and down into the hands of Citizen. Oceans is home though, so he's gonna have to do, yeah, he doesn't get anything done in time. The law coming up on him and stealing that away. But Steel Skydiver picking it up on the back line, up to Caesar, down low to Citizen. Citizen looking for that shot, and he will find it, doing just that little duck to draw out that pressure from the goal and open it up for that solid opportunity. And with about a minute left, Redshift has cut this lead down to 8.
Yeah, but it almost is a little bit too late as we're under that minute. We're not quite at mathematical time, but they would have to score tremendously quickly in order to get it. And I don't think Oceans will allow that to happen with the way that they've been playing controlled through this entire round. Although, that being said, Zux with a little bit of a pick here. Can't get it through. That backline player, Mozzie, right there to collect the disc. Now dancing his way around a couple players, sends it in to Chrome. Chrome now just going to dance around, sends it across to Mad. So a little bit of back and forth, just taking their time. They want to take this last goal as well to try and ensure that momentum. Oh, and there it is. Mozzie from around the shield slices it into the cross pocket, and that will secure this second round in their favor by a wide margin, 10 points in a dominant showing.
Yeah, my goodness. Ocean's just putting their foot on the gas there throughout that entire round. Uh, you mentioned between rounds there that Oceans needed to clean up that passing, start making those connections, make sure they're playing smarter, slower. And I feel like they heard you, because that is certainly what we saw in that round. I don't think it's anything that Redshift started doing right, or I'm sorry, it's not anything that Redshift started doing wrong. I think it's Oceans started doing everything right. They cleaned up that performance and, really turned it around in that round.
Yeah, I completely agree. What we were seeing that first round, they had the ideas, they were bringing things very close, but just a few of those execution errors were holding them back in that first round. And now they take us to a round 3 with cleaning up that execution, cleaning up their stacks, those passes, like you mentioned. Clearly, it's working on a very high level, because those close cuts make Steel want to just jump out of them at every opportunity, because they're so close to him that he can basically feel the wind pass by on the disc as he's trying to get that interception on the cut, but just can't quite get there, and it's just been punished every single time so far.
Yeah, we really can't say enough about Steel Skydiver right now, though they have found that one avenue of scoring pretty consistently on him. Steel is shutting down everything else. He really is killing it right now, and I hope to see him continue to kill it here in this round 3. This is for everything, all the marbles on the line in this last round. Let's see how it will play out. Stacks are ready, disc is in the middle. Here we go. It'll be Oceans with the first touch and the first possession. Mozzie sending this one over to the Law, over by the Pac-Man. The Law gonna walk this one forward a little bit, looking for Caesar, sorry, for Chrome, and that will connect. It looked like Steel read it at just the last second, but wasn't able to intercept it in time. So the first 2 points will go in the favor of Oceans.
And again, the dunk meta, the strong pass right close to the goal, but just out of the goalie's reach. It's just working so well. Now this relay play doesn't quite work out for Redshift like it did the other time. Is that it? Mozzie! Mozzie! That's a heat check if ever I saw one. That's a heat check if ever I saw one. Mozzie bounces that one in from the trench. 41 meters out, 5 points up is Oceans.
My goodness, what a shot! Mozzie, that was beautiful. So now Redshift down by 5, looking to answer back here. Steel Skydiver over to Zux. He's gonna get the duck on Mozzie, so he'll be able to send this one through to Caesar. Caesar with a little pressure coming up behind him will send this back across to Zux. Zux, oh my goodness, looking for that avenue underneath the goalie, but doesn't quite connect, as there's now a scramble. It'll be the Law coming away with it, not able to get rid of it fully though, as he gets stunned out. Mozzie's there to clean it up though, sending that through the tube, getting that sent all the way into the Redshift bubble. Mozzie's there first, and Mozzie will gently tuck this one in for another 2 points.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing this story of Oceans is able to get down the floor faster. We saw this a little bit in the second round, and in the first round it was actually going in Redshift's favor. But these fast break points have been critical to building that lead and then keeping that momentum moving forward. Once you build that confidence, you never look back. As Chrome again with another defensive stop. This is the third time he's had a read on a play against Redshift. Now Mozzie going to take the shot and just walks it in as that stack almost got to him, but make sure to take the shot in time with the duck. And now up by 9 is Oceans, and we are only just over 2 minutes in.
I don't know if Redshift needs to use their timeout or, or what they need to do, but they have got to figure out something right now to slow Oceans down. They have to stop the bleeding here or it's going to get past the point of no return, as that will be intercepted by Mad. Caesar there to shut it down, get the stun, but the Law will recover it. He's looking to pass that one across. Mad will have it on the bounce. He'll reset it to Mozzie. Mozzie trying to get that duck through Zux, but Zux reads that, and he'll come away with it, sending that across over to Citizen underneath the bow tie. Citizen up high, looking for Caesar. That connects, and Caesar not able to put it away, bouncing off the rim of the goal. Zux has it for only for a second before getting stunned. Mozzie with the pickup, bouncing that, looking for the clear. It's going to find Steel Skydiver instead, but he'll be stunned out before he can get rid of it. So now, picked up by the Law on the popcorn. He's sending this through low tunnel, bouncing a little wildly into the hands of Mozzie. Here comes the shot, and just off, bouncing out of the bubble into the hands of, well, a little scramble for the disc, but eventually the Law. And somehow Ocean still has this possession over to Mozzie on the ceiling, up high. Mozzie gonna slow this one down, trying to draw out that pressure from Zux, taking it all the way to the back line and taking Zux with him before sending this one across to the Law. The Law in tunnel, going to send this one back, looking for that high pass to Mozzie, but it's going to bounce wildly, eventually into the hands of Citizen, and finally Redshift is going to get this cleared.
All right, teams are looking to race for the disc, potentially. I mean, it's a very slow race if that is the case because there are no stacks in sight, but Caesar does eventually get here to the disc. Now, Steel picking this one up, sends it across before the stack gets to him, so good protection there of control of the disc. Trying to tap this one back on a reset, but actually it will go loose. A little bit of miscommunication, easily picked up here by Steel, though. Sent over to Citizen. Look at the pressure coming out from Oceans. They are diving so far out of the bubble for this pressure. Caesar now taking this from Zux. Gonna duck one. No. Law gets the stun on the block. Tries to get it clear. Steel on the back line, sends it over to Zux. Zux gonna try and cross. No, just a little bit low. So now disc is loose once again. It will be Oceans picking this one up. Chrome looking for the clear. Actually has the cross option there to Mozzie for a very secure potential shot, but no, just flat. Nobody gets to the disc off that flat bounce. Zux will take this one, tries to send it out. Chrome on the backside takes that. So back and forth, back and forth. Here we are. Chrome sending it over to Mad. And now just looking to try and slow it down from what was a very fast-paced first couple of minutes here.
Yeah, they have found a way to slow down Oceans, but oh no, here comes the 2-on-1. Caesar getting the stun on the pass option. He read that from a mile away, and thank goodness he did, because that was certainly going to be a goal. But it will be Oceans keeping the possession here as Chrome sends that one over to Mad. And Mad just waiting there on the back line, pulling out that pressure from Zux before sending it across over to Chrome. Chrome looking up high to the Law. The Law over to Mozzie. He's going to have the one-on-one, juking around the rim, taking the scenic route before putting it in the bottom pocket.
I don't think there's a better way of describing how that works, or that particular movement. It's just taking the scenic route around. I actually do like this timeout coming out here from Redshift. They were down 11, but certainly not out of it with about 4.5 minutes left. But it's been a while since I've seen the four corners come out. I would kind of like to see the four corners come out again. That infamous dunk from way back when. Any players out there who are looking for some interesting dunks? I'd love to see that again. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Wonder T-Man in chat telling us we're missing a lot of water, ocean, dunk, changing tides related pun opportunities. We're trying our best, okay? We aren't Palador. We can't all be perfect, Wonder. All right.
There is no sub for Palador. Wonder. We cannot do that, or else we'd be taking his spot, and there is no replacement for Pally. So, not quite possible. But if we are missing the puns, sorry, we're just we're not the man himself.
It's all good. It's all good. But 4.5 minutes to go, so we'll say, about half of the round left. Down by 11. Glean, your game brain is way bigger than mine. So what does Redshift need to do, starting this very next drive if they want to turn this around?
Well, it seems tough, right, from their point of view, because Chrome has been brutal on these rollouts. He's gotten 3 reads so far in this set on the offensive jousts. and just put a stop to them. As well as that stack from Mozzie and the Law has been on point in the past couple of rounds. They've been very quick about getting to the disc or recovering wherever they need to. In my opinion, I think that they need to go back to that fast rollout play that we were seeing that's close to the mid, where one goes to Mark, one goes to the opposite side cloud, and one on the far wall, because I think that'll get down the field fast enough to then be able to convert into a play. And just a quick couple of points, but certainly, they might have a different perspective on it, and with the way that they're playing and the pace of the game, certainly it's also can come down to okay, what is our team most confident in? What play is our team most confident in? Because that is the play that you're most likely to be able to execute on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And just gonna take a quick look at the stats here while we're waiting on this timeout. Um, Everybody contributing everywhere, which is super, super awesome. The number of zeros on the board right now are pretty minimal. The standout players right now being Steel shutting it down with 3 saves, Citizen with 12 points to his name, Mozzie with 19 points and 4 saves, so he's winning on both sides of that, Chrome with 10, and The Law with 9 assists. My goodness.
Ooh.
So get it to the Law. The Law will figure out who's best to get it in the goal. Apparently, that's the name of the game this evening.
It's been a long time since we've seen double-digit assists in a game, though.
Yeah,
Could
I
we
think
see
there's
it here tonight?
I would love to. I love assists and stuns are my favorite, but that's okay. That's why I'm bronze.
Oh no, the stuns! Oh no! I always knew Psycho was a brawler. She swings too
I
much.
am I am a brawler. It's okay. It's all right. It's fun. There's something super hey, Wonder.
Oh no! Wonder
Wow, okay. I don't know. Did you
Wonder
turn your mic
saying
on for that, or are
interesting
you just
things.
gonna destroy me from the beyond?
The omnipresent god in the background is has just dropped a one-liner that cannot be replicated in chat. I am so sorry. Uh, brutal, but by the cameraman.
My goodness, and that'll end the timeout. Awesome timing. Thank you, Wonder T-Man. As Redshift, with about 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go, has to get something moving quickly. It'll be Steel looking for Citizen in the tunnel, but it's going to bounce wildly into the hands of Mad. Mad going to get a really solid clear through, bouncing off the boots just away from his teammates, but the Law will come away with it in the end. A little soft pass up to Mozzie. Mozzie looking for one more cut over to Chrome, and oh, that is not what Redshift needed coming out of this timeout. Another 2 points for Oceans.
And a roundabout dunk to put emphasis on that from Chrome. Went all the way around the globe on that one. Is Redshift, yeah, like you said, they needed something. They needed something to come out of that timeout, and they just couldn't get it. That first pass just going awry. As Steel's going to handle this one, sends it up top, has the option to Caesar. Caesar, manages to juke that stack, trying to find the option, but picked off by Chrome as he was trying to get by 3 players. This one just back into that Redshift zone. Picked up here by Chrome. Going to look for the cross. Has Mozzie right there. Mozzie finding the shot. Oh, the dunk instead as he winds it around the backside. Steel not happy with that one, but points, like you said before, it's like points are points, and it is 15 points in favor of Oceans.
They are, as Dimly would say, on a pace, and I'm wondering if we're gonna get there because there's still 3 minutes left to go, and Oceans has showed no sign of slowing down or letting up at all, as that'll get sent wildly through up into the Ocean's end, but it's not going to connect with any Redshift players. It does eventually bounce back to Steel Skydiver, so Redshift will keep the possession. Steel going up high across to Citizen. Citizen gonna go across to Zux. Zux looking for one more option or to take it himself, and he'll take it himself. Finally, with about 2.5 minutes left on the clock, Redshift is on the board for this round.
Yeah, and no one came out to pressure him, so Zux felt like he could just walk it in himself. He takes it into his own hands and secures at least a couple points in this round for a Redshift, as now Ocean's looking for their offensive rollout here for the first time this round, actually, as Mozzie's going to send this one deep onto the other side for Mad. So a long first pass is now. Mad's just going to back this one up a little bit to Mozzie. Mozzie looking for a pass. No, actually picked up by the Law as the Mozzie was stunned out. A couple of passes later, it is turned over, and into the hands of Redshift. So back into that zone as the stacks are underway. It will be, oh no, Ocean's overshooting it, and Citizen will get the dunk. That is a critical mistake to put into the goal. So down by 11, possible. It's tough, but it is possible.
I don't know about that. I'm not. Oh,
It
I
look,
guess. I guess technically at the most
4
technical
goals,
level. All
4
right. All
goals.
right. All right. Technically possible. We'll see. But that would require Oceans not scoring again, and we'll see about that. It'll be mad over to Chrome. And Chrome's gonna back this one out, playing a little slow before going up high to the Law, excuse me. But the Law getting stunned out by Zux, and Zux will get this one sent through. The Redshift stack is together. Here's an opportunity here if Caesar can line it up in time. And oh no, bouncing away from the goal and away from the teammates. It will be picked up by Zux, so they'll keep the possession. Over now to Caesar on the boot, who's going to juke around a little, and oh my goodness, the stun coming through. Excellent communication from Redshift so that Caesar could put in that three-pointer.
Yeah, certainly. Still time. It's still possible. Ignore the copious amounts of hopium I'm taking in Redshift's favor, but there is still time. Chat. If you're roasting me for this, there is still time. As
Are you
now
saying
Mozzie's.
copium or hopium?
I was taking copious amounts of hopium.
I love
as,
that.
as now Mozzie's gonna try and juke, get stunned out by Zux and Citizen. They're gonna look for the stack, try and get through. It's just gonna float all the way through and picked up here by Matt, immediately slapped out. They're playing the one all the way back to make sure no other points get scored. And yes, it will be Oceans taking this one in 3. And the last 2 rounds have just been dominant for them, and they certainly want to have that momentum going into what is their double header in the next game that we will be showing here on VRML2.
Yeah,
Oof.
and oh my goodness, Ocean's taking some points just to take home to mom apparently. So the final score will be 17-7. Ocean's putting up such a dominant performance. I mean, my goodness, we could sit here and talk about this all night, just what we saw from Oceans, but we do have another game to jump to that we are already way late for. So Glean, unless you've got some comments you want to get out.
Nope. We just got to run to the next game. We'll see you guys there. We'll see Oceans there, and another master match on the way.
All right, Oceans, stick around. Hello, welcome back to VRML2 Echo Arena. That's the game we're playing this evening. I'm still Psychaotic. This is still Glean, and on the cams is still Wonder T-Man. We're gonna rush to get into this one because we are running way late, but that's okay. We are here and ready to go. The next match, we are continuing to follow Oceans as they now take on Overkill. This is bound to be a super exciting match. It always is when it's a master matchup like this. And Glean, what do you have for us?
So Overkill has been one of those teams that has just come into the league and swept it by storm. I mean, players like Anubis, like Ghost Duck, while maybe a bit infamous, have certainly shown their mettle and shown their capabilities as master players. Robin's, Knife Rich, and Cry. Cry coming from Ethereal, another master team, so certainly established in his own right. So it's certainly going to be a very close one here. We saw what Oceans was capable of against Redshift. Now can they bring it here against Overkill in this round one as the joust is underway? Teams launching out of the tunnels. It will be the headbutt here. Actually, no, that defensive joust, that defensive neutral joust here from the ding coming off there. I can't find the words because that was such a smart neutral joust coming out from Overkill. Now Ghost Duck will pick this one up, send it across over to Robin's. Robin's just going to try and walk this one up. They have three approaching the bubble, going to try and set this one over to Cry. Maybe no, to cross the Knife. Knife going to go up top to Cry. There's the setup and the 2 for the first goal in this round.
My goodness, you know, we just saw Oceans go on a rampage there in that last game, but Overkill showing that they are also a force to be reckoned with. Momentum or not, they came to play and they are putting up a fight. As that will be Mozzie sending this one across over to the Law, but he's under some immediate pressure. Manages to get the pass off though to Chrome. Chrome going back to Mozzie. Mozzie gonna walk this one forward, looking for those options, finds the Law. The Law, one more cut to Mozzie, and Mozzie will answer back for Oceans. They're now tied at 2 apiece.
An immediate fast response, and exactly where Oceans left off from the last game. They are finding that close in pass. The Law, did the Law actually end up getting double-digit assists last game? I don't recall. I really hope he did, but immediately finding another assist here in this round is, or now they find the pick here. The Law, long shot, no, off the post. Robbins will make sure to try and get that one clear into the hands of Knife Rich. Knife going to dance around, sends it over to Cry. Cry going to look for a low clear perhaps in the mid zone, does get it to Robbins off the bounce, and now cleared all the way through.
That'll bounce up in toward the Ocean's bubble. It looks like it might be Cry there first. Oh, he gets the block on Chrome, but at the expense of grabbing the disc. It'll be recovered by Ocean, slapped through as that bounces high up into the popcorn area. Knife Rich getting the first hand on it, slapping it over to Robbins, who's going to take this one upside down toward the ceiling. Robin's just going to move around here, looking for those options, trying to move around that Ocean's defense before going across to the opposite cloud to Knife Rich. Knife Rich gonna slow down at the Pac-Man, and Overkill is playing the patience game right now, and a lot of discipline. It's really cool to see. Back over to Robbins now on the ceiling, still playing patient, drawing out that pressure from Chrome, and now under pressure, looking for those options, is going to find Ghost Duck up on the ceiling. Ghost Duck driving in, doing some ducks, but Mozzie gonna shut that one down and get that one cleared through.
Yeah, they have Mozzie already down the field as well. Going to take up line to 3. Does it on both ends. Secures it there. So the 3-point lead. Breaking that tie. Ocean's now ahead once again.
Yeah, that was something. Overkill playing so slow, so patient, so disciplined, and then for Mozzie to just come in the span of about 10 seconds and convert it for a 3 was just certainly something. Robin's now taking the disc on the bow tie, drawing out that pressure from the stack before going up high to Cry. Cry gonna juke out that stack before going to Knife. Knife going across to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck up high, looking for Cry. Will connect. Back over to Knife Rich on the cross side. Knife Rich underneath the mark will go across to Robbins at the midfield. Robbins is going to take this one a bit slowly again, as Overkill will get set up here on Ocean's side of the arena. Robbins with a lot of space, finally getting pressured from Chrome. He'll back it up before sending it across to Knife Rich. Knife up to Cry, and Cry, my goodness, the placement! He's gonna find those 2 points for Overkill and cut the lead down to just 1.
Well executed there. The passing scheme looking very good. Finds Cry in the backboard. They've loved going to that position. Cry has just been so effective from behind the goal, up around that clock area on the backboard. And they'll continue to look for points there, I assume, as now looking down low here is Chrome going to try and send this one across to the Law, and now they'll try and slow things down. Just going to go back and forth between Chrome and the Law, eventually resending it to Mozzie as they break through the mid area. Now just going to try and take their time to break the bubble. Going to look for perhaps an option as he's just going to dance around. Mozzie now going to the Law from the backboard. No, the stop here from Ghosta, denying that shot and sending this one all the way through back into the blue side. The stacks are there immediately. Mozzie managing to slap this one into the hands of Mad, and now just going to again walk this one up as there is a stack in the back looking to try and defend that goal.
Mad looking for that bounce, and you can't give him that lane. He will take it and make it. Mad gonna convert that one for a 3, and just like that, they have re-extended this lead back up to 4 at 8-4 in favor of Oceans. I can't get over that shot. That was so good. He drew out that pressure to open up that bounce shot lane and didn't hesitate. He just, oh my goodness, what a shot. That'll be Robbins now picking this one up for Overkill.
Ooh.
But the from the Law going down low, looking for that bounce shot, and he's not quite going to connect, but it'll be in the hands of Mozzie. And Mozzie over to Chrome. This time it will be good. They will not be denied. Another 2 points for Oceans, 10-4.
That was such a nice pump fake for Mozzie. The angle that it looked like he was going to try and take the shot completely confused the goalie, and then with the backhand flicks it to Chrome, who's just driving the issue on the cut pass. So it works so well for them. Now this completely inverted play, it looks like here, for Overkill, as Robbins is going to try and juke out Matt. It actually does so successfully. Only for a time, though, as Mozzie is able to scoop this one up, and now the Law handling this on the backside, going to send this bounce pass over to Chrome. Going to work its way up to Mozzie, and Mozzie just going to reset down to the Law. The Law over to Chrome now as they're looking to try and get this back and forth going, trying to break into that bubble, but the bubble defense is looking pretty strong right now. Chrome looking for his opportunity, has the drive right here. Yes, finds it for another 2. Up by 8 now is Oceans.
Oceans is on a roll right now. You know, despite Overkill playing the slow, possessive game that normally has worked beautifully for them. Ocean's just able to get those reads, get that pressure on, and convert it for opportunities of their own in the blink of an eye. So now it will be Robbins walking this one
Oh,
forward, trying to get the duck, but mad. My goodness. But it's okay. Oh my goodness. Robbins gonna get back there in time to get the steal and shut down that drive at least, as Ghost Duck with the 180 clear. That will be good, bouncing all the way into the Ocean's bubble. But Mozzie is there first to send this one across over to the Law. The Law going down low for that clear. It looked like it might have been looking for Mad, but it's going to bounce up into the bubble, into the hands of Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck going to reset here over to Cry in the bubble still. And this time he will look for that clear, but no, the Law is there to snatch that. He doesn't see the stack coming though. Robbins and Knife Rich too quick. Gonna get that one stolen away. And Robbins with plenty of space will take the shot. Is it on? No, just a little high into the hands of Mozzie. And Mozzie gonna duck Cry before sending this one through.
yeah, has Mad right there. The long three is on. Easy for him. 18 meters a second, 24 meters out. So up by 11 now, and Oceans is just rolling like the ever unchanging tide. Oceans is just on a roll. There, Wonder,
You
have
hear
we
that,
made you
Wonder?
happy? Have we made you happy, Wonder? Is that good enough fun for you? Oh, he's satisfied. The omnipresent god is satisfied. Thank you. Robbins now juking this one around. Can't find the pass though with the log. It's a great pick. Finds the bounce. No, so close. It's hit off the post. Mozzie gonna scoop this one up there. Oh, off the head of Chrome. Does get it back though. Mozzie gonna make sure. Oh, Cry with a great save. I thought that was just gonna be in the dunk meta. Doesn't execute on that one as Cry ensures that they stay alive in this right now. Sending this back through, but picked up here by the Law. Just going to try and send this one up top. Has Mozzie right there, so scoops this one up and tries to send it through.
It will get, well, mostly through. Robbins there first to send that right back through tunnel, but the Law there to pick that one up and send it across to Chrome. Chrome going down low, looking for Mad. That will connect. And oh my goodness, what a dusty. Mad driving in. One more cut over to Mozzie. Mozzie getting the duck and the top shot. Beautiful job there all around, and Mozzie with the finish. That is 17-4 now in favor of Oceans with about a minute left.
You know, it's really, when you watch a team break another team's ankles like that, sometimes you just can't help but like just think and wonder in awe. It's just so well played by those two players, Mad and Mozzie, just doing so well right now. The Law gonna send this one deep into that side of Overkill as now it gets picked up and tries to send it back cleared. Can't quite find it all the way through, so Mozzie will scoop this one up in that kind of mid-zone, picked off here by Robbins, and now trying to get it back through. The Law, it's just going to scoop this one up. So it's been a lot of frantic back and forth as Mozzie gets another, or sorry, the Law gets another great ender. And now Mozzie looking, oh, is that on? Oh, it is. Oh, disgusting from the other end of the tunnel. Mozzie finding another three, up 16 points to end this round one.
Oh my goodness, Mozzie getting it done this evening, but it is not over yet. There is time for one more drive. There's some points for Overkill to take with them as momentum into the next round, or Oceans to crush it here and now. We'll see. Up to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck, oh no, looking for Cry, but is going to bounce off some Geos instead. And now that is the end of this round one with a final score of 20-4 in favor of Oceans.
Yeah, I mean, they took a lead and they just ran away with it. They just never looked back.
Yep.
They were relentless in every sense, making sure to set up the great plays, even taking their time. There is so much pressure in taking your time sometimes, especially if you have the lead. If you slow things down, the amount of pressure the defensive team feels is immense, and it just continually built over this round.
Yep. For sure. But I don't think this is over for Overkill. I feel like we started seeing, and that is a timeout that we see coming through here. I don't have Spark open. I don't know who it was, but I don't think it's over for Overkill right now. I think that between these two rounds and with this timeout right here, if they talk as a team and they figure out how they're going to deal with this onslaught of Ocean's pressure and Ocean's beating them to those clears that they're sending through, I feel like they can certainly turn it around. We are seeing some, some solid stuff coming from Overkill. It's just Oceans is executing a little bit better. But that doesn't mean it'll continue into this next round if Overkill can get it together. I've seen Overkill play better than this. I know they can come and fight with Oceans in this next round. They just have to find it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that sentiment. Uh, it's it's all about that execution down the line, right? And they just have not quite been executing at the level that they want to. You know that these players are hungry. I've seen it in the likes of Cry, in the likes of Ghost Duck, and Kniferidge and Robbins. I believe all four coming in from that quest launch back all the way in season 2. It feels like so long ago, but it really wasn't. And the fact that they've made it all the way here is certainly a testament to how hungry they are, and they got to find that hunger coming down into the second rounds to try and make things happen.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty sure Cry's quest too. Not that it matters, but yeah. I will shout him out because my goodness, everybody complains about the quest 2 throwing, but what Cry pulls off with it is just so good. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But I almost wonder what's going through their heads right now in this timeout. Is it the execution? Is it a play perhaps that they're looking to try and do to try and turn things around? Perhaps it's going back to the style that they like to play the best. I know Overkill has a style where if Oceans loves to do this close cut play where they throw it in extremely close and then get it to like Chrome or Mozzie extremely close to the goal on that cut pass. I know Overkill loves to do that long extended passing play where they pass it around time and time again, draw out the defense to its very limits, and then have one person drive in. Perhaps it's just getting back to that fundamental that they love to do in the offensive zone. But as we come out of this timeout, only time will tell whether the discussion was worth the wait.
I feel like it will be. I feel like we're going to see a very different Overkill here in this round 2. I could be wrong. We never know. But we generally, especially between rounds and especially when teams take the time between rounds and take those timeouts, we definitely see a different performance from them because they've had time to cool off, to talk about it, to make sure they've got their strategies down and address those mistakes to come out strong in the next round. So I do feel like we'll see a different performance here from Overkill. Will it be on par with what Oceans is throwing up here? We'll see. As you said, only time will tell.
Indeed. It'll be interesting for sure. As now we are launching out of the tunnels for the second round. A quick headbutt here for Overkill means that they will get the disc. Robin's able to scoop this one up, sends it up top. Ghost Duck now gonna try and make his way in. Sets up Kniferidge on the backboard. What a save by Mozzie! As now this one gets sent out, looking for the regrabs. Looks for the chains. Cry scoops this one up, takes it away from that player of Oceans, and now backs this one up, tries to find Ghost Duck, but it will just take an awkward bounce, so Mad will get there first with a long 3. He still got it. Mad has just been so good this game so far. He's hit 3 after 3 and is looking to continue to pour on those points.
Oh no, so unfortunate for Overkill there. That cannot feel good, getting that close and then getting shut down by Mozzie like that, and then for them to turn it around into a 3 that quickly, just yikes. But they'll power through it. I believe in them, as that'll get sent down into Ocean's End, picked up by the Law. He'll cross that one over to Mozzie. Mozzie gonna draw out this pressure from Ghost Duck, getting the duck underneath before sending that one through. It's a race. It will be Ghost Duck there first. He'll send this one right back down, going for that floor shot maybe? It'll be a bit high, but it'll be Cry there first, taking on 2 goalies. Doesn't matter, he'll get it done. And Overkill on the board now, 2-3.
We were talking about strategies on how Overkill will come back in this, and I think the only strategy that you need right now is find Cry on the backboard and feed him, because my goodness, he has scored at every opportunity that you can find him there. Right now, Mozzie's gonna get to the Law. Great stack there, gets the turnover now, so Overkill looking for an opportunity as now they send this one deep into that zone. Ghost Duck gonna take this and look for a play. Walking it up, looking for the cross passes, actually just opts to back it up very wisely. Now sends it across to Robbins. So They're going to take their time and try and really execute on this. Perhaps we'll like to see that long extended passing play that I talked about before. Is my brain really that big? Maybe this is just ego speaking. But now Robin's just going to take his time and wait for that first good pass.
Yeah, eventually, after Oceans won't bite, he will send this one into Ghost Dog, but Mozzie shutting it down again with a beautiful grab and a great send through. It won't get all the way through, but Chrome is there to clean it up and slap it through. It will be Cry there first for the side of Overkill, trying to get away from that pressure from Mad. He'll get the reset off to Knife Rich. Knife looking for Cry again, but a little disconnected as that bounces low into the hands of the Law. The Law up high looking for Mad, but Knife Rich will jump him and get the stun, so that will not connect. Into the hands of Ghost Duck. He's looking for that low clear. It's mostly through stalling at midfield, but Cry will be there first. No, I'm sorry. Mozzie with the first grab. Robbins with the steal. He's sending this one into the bubble. Will it bounce in? No, but it's okay because he's going to pick it up and put it in the end for another 2 points.
Slamming it home. That stack collected very quickly, got down the field very quickly. And things are looking a little bit different so far. Dare I say, before I cast or curse it,
knocking on wood for
except
you. It's okay.
now I've spoken it and now it's cursed. I apologize, Overkill. If things go wrong, you know who to blame. Mozzie now going to take this and sends it over to Mad. Mad going to walk and tries to send this one, but I think it just got a little bit out of his hand. It was a little bit slow and a little bit off, and now this one picked up here by Robbins and just going to slam that one home again, so making sure to punish that mistake. Critical here, as now they are up by 3.
Robbins getting it done on both ends of the field. He's been the one QBing for Overkill and getting those plays started, and now he's the one finishing them off as well. So shout out to him. Oceans looking to answer back, down by 3. Mozzie sending this one over to Chrome. Chrome going up high to the Law. The Law down low to Mad. He'll get a duck on one, going for that high shot, but no, he won't connect with that angle. It'll be picked up by Ghost Duck and sent all the way through.
Yeah, and it's just bouncing down. Oh, that had an interesting angle. It looked almost like it was going to go in for a second, but Mozzie clearing this one right back out into that Overkill zone. It will be loose and bouncing around. Picked up here easily by the Law and slammed home. And I think Fast Break is just the name of this round, as it's been whoever can get down the field the fastest will score almost every time. This clear and boost has been the name of the game in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just one team that it's been working for. It's been both teams it's been effective for. It just comes down to who is getting together faster, because both of those stacks are so fast for both teams. Knife Rich over to Cry now, under pressure from Mad. He'll get it sent down low to Ghost Duck. Ghost Duck forced to back this one out here, and oh, Robin's reaching for it. He will get it off the bounce. Robin's looking to send that one back to Ghost Duck, but Mad with the interception will dunk that into the bubble, and oh, just like that, that same clear and boost that we were talking about. Mozzie getting there first and getting it done. Another 2 points for Oceans, and they're back on top now, 7-6.
Yeah, I need to start looking at the mini-map a little bit more, because I don't know whether it's faster collections or whether it's the stunning in the backfield that's being very effective right now. I need to pay a little bit more attention to that, because it's interesting. It's working, like we said, for both teams. Ghost up juking one, but not the other. Mad gets the grab, sends it up top to Mozzie. Mozzie now going to look for the reset here back to Mad. And now going to take their time, only up by the 1, so they want to make sure that they convert on every opportunity they've got. Mozzie going to pump fake a few times, sends it up top to the Law. The Law going to walk this one back and sends it right back to Mad, the patience, as they're trying to draw this defense.
Yeah, for sure. They are up by 1, and they certainly know it with the way they are playing right now. Calm, controlled, and waiting for the perfect opportunities to present themselves before pushing forward. So now Chrome under pressure, sending that one across to the Law and the Rock. The Law going to walk it forward a little bit, looking for that bounce pass. It will not connect with a teammate. Knife Rich coming away with it. He's looking for the clear, but it's going to find the Law instead. And oh no, everybody was starting to shift, thinking the turnover was solid, and it happened. So the Law, an open lane with the goal, an open 3, and you can't give him those because he will take it and make it. Oceans now up 10-6.
Yeah, and again, just the punishing blows here on these turnovers over these little communication errors often make or break these master tier games. And Ghost now going to duck one, sends it over to Robbins, and now forwarding it through to Cry. So a good first few passes here on their rollout. Cry going to walk this one up. Watch out for that stack from Chrome and Mad as they are known to be quite strong. Is Knifridge going to try and send that one in? No, doesn't quite find it, but Ghost Duck is able to pick it up off the bounce, hopping and skipping his way into those 2 points. Only down by 2 now is over.
I cannot believe he made that work. There is a smile plastered on my face, just in awe of that. I mean, he got the hop to get there, turned that around. Well done, Ghost Duck. What a shot. It'll now be picked up by Mozzie. He's going to send this one through, but it's not going to connect with a teammate, bouncing loose. And oh no, the overkill stack overshoots it as well. Ghost Duck eventually coming away with it, sending it to Robbins. Here comes the shot. It'll be a little bit high, but Ghost Duck will be there first. Another open lane, and oh no, bouncing but not into the goal. Robbins with the recovery off of the attempted clear, so Overkill will keep the possession. He'll go back to Knifridge. Knifridge up to Ghost Duck on the shoulder, driving in, and that one will be good. We are now tied at 10 apiece. This game getting very, very interesting.
Yeah, we're getting down to gut check time. Taking the shot that you think is most effective, making sure that you, not even necessarily making sure that you make the most of your opportunity, but what is the right shot as we get down to the very wire here. The last 2 minutes, this one forward through to Mad from the Law. Just going to walk it up. They have a 3-on-2 with numbers, so now as the defense gets back, they might want to hold back a little bit, and they do. Just going to opt to reset back to Mozzie on that back line. Sends it back forward to, I've said back a lot recently, and Robin's now going to try and send this one in, but Mozzie will collect this and sends it to Chrome. Chrome over to Mad. Oh, on the backboard. Oh, no. I thought someone got a hand on that, but Mad makes sure to secure the points, up by 2.
Was that through the hand or on the other side of the goal? It happened too quickly for me to see.
Time to watch the replay chat and clip it, and we need a poll for. I think we need a poll for whether we find the goal or not. Can we make that happen on VRML1? Can we make a poll for when people think that there was our favorite Illinois city or not?
Our favorite Illinois city. I love that. My goodness. But Overkill down by 2 with 50 seconds to go. It is now or never. This is crunch time. Over to Ghost Duck down low. Ghost Duck looking for up high to Knife. Knife's going to back this one out to Robbins on the bow tie. Under pressure from Mad. He'll send it back to Knifridge on the ceiling. Down low, looking for Ghost Duck that will connect. He's on the shield. He's juking around. He's going to drive it in himself, but it's going to get shut down. Bouncing out of his hand, though, into the hands of Knifridge, and Knifridge will be the one to put it in. We are tied. It's going to be about 10 seconds to go by the time this clock winds down. And my goodness, I would love it overtime right now.
Yeah, we're going to come down to 10 seconds out of the tubes. Whew. It is time to execute if you're Oceans. You want to try and secure this in 2. You don't want to keep this going any longer. Now they come out with this stack play. Going to look for the clear. Has it. The Law with an open lane. No, just wide. And we are going to overtime.
Oh my goodness. You know, I'm so pumped that Overkill seems to have figured it out, had gotten it together in this round, and it is so close. This is anybody's game. This could come down to, this could be it for Overkill if Oceans takes this overtime, or Overkill could send this to a round 3. Let's see how it goes, as Chrome will send that one across over to the Law on the floor. The Law gonna back this one out, looking for Mozzie on the back, to Mad on the back line. It will connect. Mad going up high, looking for Mozzie. He's going to drive in, and just like that, overtime is over. Round 2 is over. This game is over. Ocean's going to take it in 2.
Yeah, great last play there. They draw out the defense just a little bit. They find the one player that's not covered, and it's an easy drive there to then execute and score. Well done by Oceans, making sure that they take this in 2, but also well done to Overkill, as that was such a close round 2. They found their play style again. They found where they needed to execute, and it was working very, very well for them all the way down until the very end.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely just one heck of a match and one heck of a comeback there from Overkill after getting beaten that badly in round 1 to rally and put up such a performance in round 2. But we don't have a ton of time here. We do have another match that is supposed to start, well, right now, actually, as Oceans will be leaving the arena. We will be following Overkill as they take on Zen. Don't go anywhere.
I hate to inform you, Psycha, but that's actually we actually aren't able to do that game.
Wait, why? What happened?
That game is apparently off the air, or has been off the air for a while.
Oh, lovely.
So we actually have no more matches tonight.
Oh, cool. So we're done. Yay. Oops.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Chad. It was going to be fine. I'm certain it was a fantastic game, but that is it's just not on the docket tonight, unfortunately.
Unfortunate. Oh, well. Well, solid games there from Oceans. Glad we got to see both of their games this evening. As this winds down the last week of the cycle, next weekend they will be competing. Well, Oceans will be competing in the Elite Cup, I would assume, I think, with both of those wins tonight, which is the top 8 master teams competing for prizes. And I'm not sure where Overkill is. I think they're safe. I'm not sure. Glean, do you know?
So I know for sure that Oceans is safe from these 2 wins. They were already pretty well in the standings, sitting at 7th, but now with these 2 wins, they should be up at about 4 and 3. And even if they take the 2 losses, it's unlikely that they drop. Overkill was sitting at a risky spot between them, and it's right now between them and Ace, most likely, as the other one to join Zen in that Challenger Cup. So we have to keep our eyes out for what will continue to happen in the next little bit and over the next few games. As well, Overkill played their Oceans game tonight. They played their Zen game tonight, but they still have Instinct and Ace yet to face. So keep your eyes out for that Overkill versus Ace game, as that will probably be the deciding factor as to who will go into CC.
Yeah, we shall see. Explain the EC, the Elite Cup, but the Challenger Cup is where the bottom 2 master teams at the end of the cycle face off against the top 6 diamond teams, and they are competing for the bottom 2 master slots in the next cycle. So sure to be interesting, and I'm super excited to see who qualifies for which tournaments. But as we said, that is it for this evening. That is the end of our games. Thank you guys so much for joining, for watching. You guys make it all worth it. I have been Psychaotic. With me in the booth has been Glean, and on the cams, the wonderful Wonder T-Man. Thank y'all so much, and have a great night.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.